welcome to Anamika's Edu Space. Welcome to another new video, and in this video we are going to discuss about the chapter 4, that is separation of substances, of the DAV school class 6 science book. Now all the students of CBSE board of class 6 can also follow this video because this is quite a relatable chapter we all read in class 6. So let's begin. At first, we have the question number D, and in this question, we have to answer the following questions in short or in brief, right? So, the short answer questions, then we will have the point D, that is the long answer questions. So, let's see the first question of point D. The first question, or the D1 question, goes as: name any three methods used for separating a solid-solid mixture. Be a solid mixture. The solid mixture can be the mixture of the sugar and the mixture of the salt particles, okay, or mixture of the pulses and mixture of the sugar particles. This is a solid mixture. Now the answer goes as: the three methods to separate solid mixture are: first is hand picking. Okay, we can pick one by one and we can separate one substance from the another substance, or substance A from substance B. Clear? Number B is threshing. Okay, and number C is sieving. So these are the three main methods by which we can separate the solid mixture. Clear, students? Let's move ahead. Hope you like this video. Now coming to the second question. Second question is asked: what do you mean by winnowing? Now winnowing is also a process of separation of the mixture. So let's see what is the answer. So the answer goes as: winnowing is a separation method in which we can separate the lighter husks from the heavier grains by the wind blow method. Okay, so what happens? A person stands from above taking the grains along with the husks, and the person drops the grains from a height. Okay, and the grains fall like this in a huge hump, and by the flow of the wind the husks blows away as it is the lighter particle. Okay, now in this method the mixture is allowed to fall from a height. As I have already said you, the lady stands like this, or the person stand like this, and the mixture is allowed to fall from the height, the mixture of the solid particle or the grain and the husks. Okay, now the lighter component gets blown away, that is, these are the husks. This is the husks particle. You can see this husks particle blows away by the help of the wind, and the heavier particle settles down like this, and in this process we can get the pure grains and the husks particle separated from each other. Clear? Okay, now the lighter components get blown away to a distance while the heavier component fall down closer. Okay. Now coming to the question number 5. Now question number 5 is asked: what is crystallization? What do you mean by crystallization? Simply, it is a formation of the crystal. Okay, so we will write: crystallization is a process which separates the pure solid in the form of crystals and form a saturated solution. If there will be any pure solid present in the solution, then it will be collected in the form of crystals, and there will be a crystal formation that will be known as crystallization, and this solution will remain here, and this one will be known as the saturated solution. Now what is saturated solution? I have already taught in the previous video, so please go on the link which is given down in the description box and click on the link, and you will get through the playlist, and in the playlist all the videos of all the chapters are present one by one sequentially. You can find what is the answer of the saturated solution in the previous chapter. Okay, now coming to the part question. Part question has been said that name any three substances which can purified by using this method. Okay, and the answer will be: sugar, salt, potassium can be purified by the crystallization process. Clear? that was the end of all that question number D. Now coming to question number E, that is the big question or the long answer questions. Okay, these are all the long answers question. Okay. The first question goes as differentiate between a pure substance and a mixture and give two examples of each. Now the answer goes as all the different parts or samples of a pure substances have identical appearance and property. Clear? They cannot be separated further into some new elements. For example, water and sugar. Sugar is clean and it cannot be separated, and water is also clean, it cannot be broken down or separated into other elements. So these are known as the pure substances. When no other element is present in a single substance, then it will be known as the pure substance. Clear? Now what is a mixture? Mixture, by the name only it says that a mixing of two different or separate compound separate substances. Clear? Now a mixture is formed when two or more substances are mixed together in any proportion. Okay, so any proportion means we can give 2 gram of sugar, okay, varies 1 liter of water. Okay, so what is the proportion? 2 is to 1. So in any proportion we can form the mixture. Okay, now they can be separated by any of the physical methods. Now what are the physical methods? Physical methods are winnowing, then sieving, then your threshing. Okay, so these are all the physical methods. Now what is an example of a mixture? Example is lemonade. When we are mixing the lemon juice, we are mixing the water, and we are also putting sugar or salt in it, then it will be known as a mixture. In milkshake, whenever we have a milkshake, we always put sugar in it or we put some health drink in it. Okay, so milkshake always contains something or the other. Now moving to the next question. Now coming to the second question. State the difference between the homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Give two examples of each type. Okay. The answer goes as a homogeneous mixture is that which has the same composition throughout its mixture. Okay. Throughout. And that is its components are uniformly distributed. What do you mean by the word uniformly? Uniformly means evenly. Okay, uniformly means evenly distributed. Okay, and the correct and the example will be solution of salt and water and solution of sugar and water. Now coming to heterogeneous mixture. What do you mean by heterogeneous mixture? A heterogeneous mixture is that which does not have the same composition throughout the mixture. That is, its components are not uniformly distributed. And the example will be solution of sand and water and solution of oil and water. Clear? Now moving to the third question. Can a mixture of iodine and camphor be separated by the sublimation method? Give the reason of your answer. Okay, and the answer will be no. Iodine and camphor cannot be separated by the process of sublimation, because in sublimation method, when the solid is heated, it directly changes into gas without changing into liquid. Both iodine and camphor are sublimes, so they cannot be separated by the process of sublimation. Clear, students? If it is clear, please to make a big smiley in the comment section, and also leave a comment by liking this video, and please share this video. Now coming to the fourth question. The fourth question says, why does the size of the naphthalene balls put in open keep on reducing with the time? What happens? Happens actually. So the answer goes as, when the naphthalene balls are kept open, they keep on reducing due to sublimation. Now what is sublimation? Sublimation is the process in which a solid directly changes into gaseous substance or gaseous form, and naphthalene balls is one of the solid which holds this property of sublimation. Now coming to the fifth question. After a dust storm, how does rain help in making air clear? Okay, the answer goes as because a dust storm, dust particles starts floating in and makes the air unclear. But when the storm stops, the dust particles starts settling down slowly. In this condition, rain acts as a helper to settle down particles more quickly and decreases the time for sedimentation and makes the air clear. Okay, next question. Next question has been asked about the sawdust mixed in water cannot be separated by sedimentation method. Why? Okay, the answer goes as the sawdust is lighter so it floats, but in sedimentation the substances used to settle down in water varies. The sawdust will not settle down in water when the mixture of the sawdust and the water is kept undisturbed. So, sawdust cannot be separated by the process of sedimentation. Okay, I hope this is clear. If it is clear, then please do make a big smiley in the chat section. Okay, now coming to the next question. The filtration method cannot be used to separate sugar and the salt mixed in water. Why? And the answer goes as filtration is a method that is used to separate the insoluble solids from a liquid. Since salt and sugar both dissolve in water, filtration cannot be used to separate these two substances. Clear, students? Number 8. So question number 8 goes as describe the method of centrifugation using an appropriate example. Okay, let me answer. So answer is it is a method which is used to separate the fine particles suspended in a liquid by rotating the mixture at high speeds. Centrifugation is done with the help of a machine called the centrifuge. Okay, the heavier particles tend to settle down at the bottom of the container while the lighter particles stay at the top. Okay, for example, separating cream from the milk by churning it is an example of centrifugation often used in many households. So this was the last question, students. I have answered all the question of chapter number 4. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then go and subscribe to our channel Anamika's Edu Space. Also don't forget to hit the bell icon, and also do like this video, share this video with your friends on the WhatsApp, and also you can check out the link which is given in the playlist of other videos related to your class 6 science books of DAV school. Thanks for watching. Please do visit again. Till then, take care, goodbye, and stay tuned to Anamika's Edu Space.
Also, like and share this video and subscribe to our channel.